What is going on, you guys? I'm going to teach you how to beat Simon Manus, the arm of God, or the awakened God, as he becomes in the second phase. Yes, it's a two-phase boss fight. They're going out with a bang. All right, this fight is ridiculous. So the first phase, I feel, is pretty manageable, especially the more you see it. You're going to get in a rhythm and kind of understand the timing of things. And I feel it's best to practice your parrying in this phase, because a couple of these moves he's going to use in the second phase, so it's good to get prepared for those. And just being in the habit of parrying is going to make this fight actually progress, because if you don't parry and you just dodge, I feel like you're going to get into a lot of trouble. Even somebody like me who rather dodge, parrying just felt more natural in this fight, and you're going to see why. So as you can see, I have the NPC in there and we're doing some work. Anytime he gives attention to the NPC, I go ahead and get in there and put more damage as much as I can. I use my Fable Arts, my heavy attacks, even some fire at some point, just because I can. And I want to actually mention about the fire when it comes to him staggering. This is a tip that I wanted to share with you guys. When he actually does go down after a stagger, there's about 5 seconds of a window. And what I did was I would burn him for about 2 to 3 seconds, and then I would execute the move afterwards. So it gave me some time to actually put some more damage into him. And I just thought that was smart. It was putting more attack damage, and then I was able to execute the move and do even more damage. So just a little tip there for you guys. I hope that will help. Again, you want to just put in as much damage as soon as possible. He has a move here where he does slam his weapon in front of him, and then it will create this spread. It's good to just get behind him at this point, hit him right there if you can. If you can't and you need to just get out of harm's way, that's fine too. You can dodge out of there, run away, you can heal, take whatever time you need to kind of compose yourself and then get back in there, especially if you have your NPC to kind of take the load off. So that way you can heal, or you can just get in better position. You can follow and trail the boss, get behind him, and just be better overall, I feel. This move right here is the one I really want to focus on, because you're going to see it multiple times, not only in the first phase, but also in the second phase. And this is by far the most important move to parry, in my opinion. It's what got me to beat the boss. So if you practice your parrying in the first phase, parry this move, you'll get into a rhythm. And not only that, but it will also make the first phase go quicker. Once we get to the second phase, this is the parry that you're gonna love to do, because this will get him closer to being staggered. It'll give you your openings to attack him afterwards. And overall, it just makes the fight go a lot smoother, and it's what you're gonna look for in the second phase. So let's go ahead and talk about the second phase, because I feel like that's the meat and potatoes of this fight. And like I was just starting to tell you guys, this move is going to happen a lot, and this is going to be your opening. After you parry him just like this, that's when you're going to be able to hit him. I found that if I run to the left and I lean into the left, almost like I'm going to dodge, but then I parry instead, that helped me hit these parries every time. It just felt way more comfortable that way. So I don't know if that will help you guys, but for me, just running to the left and running into that parry, in a sense, really helped me out, because it just kept my momentum going. I felt like I was in control and not just standing there waiting to parry, if that makes sense. You're also going to have the move where he jumps up into the air, he turns red, and then drops back down. You're going to want to parry these as well, but you want to be careful not to get caught up in his bait, because he will bait you at times where he gives you these opportunities to parry, but there's other things going on at the same time. He could be throwing projectiles at you. He could be having this huge move that he does where a hand comes down and then it creates this explosion. And if you're caught in the middle of this, it could be deadly. You could be done. So my best thing that I figured out was to be completely patient about when I'm going to take the opportunity to parry and attack. If too much was going on and he was in the air about to drop on me, I would sometimes just run and dodge away, and I would not go for the parry, because if I did, I would get hit with something else afterwards. So I know I say this a lot with a lot of the boss fights that I give how-to directions on, but I really mean it when I say do not be greedy on this fight, because that's what helped me defeat it. Anytime I felt like there was just too much stuff going on, I would run and dodge away. And then I would wait for a clear opening to where I knew I could hit him without anything else going on. And these attacks right here that he does that we talked about, and parrying this was the best opening I could get. So I loved parrying him for this part. The 2 parries, then he had a window of opportunity for me to attack him, and then I would go back off and get ready for the next move. It could be projectiles, it could be this move where he puts his hand into the ground, and then this blue aura comes up 3 times. So I would count each time, and once the 3rd one was done, then I can kind of get back into the fight or be ready for the next move. So it's a lot of paying attention to things. Even when it comes to the projectiles, you want to pay attention to them, what they're doing. Sometimes it's like this energy ball that kind of comes together and then it shoots at you. Or he just straight up just shoots them at you like this. So you kind of have to be prepared to dodge or to run away. And then again, look at everything that is happening. See if he's baiting you. And if he is, if you see this other move about to happen and you're going to get caught, it's perfectly okay to run away. It's perfectly okay to say, you know what? I really want to stagger him right now. The opportunity's right there, but it's not worth it because I'm gonna get hit after. It's totally okay. I had to do it many times, and the more I did that and the more I just forced myself to be patient, the better off I was. I did use a couple throwables in the second phase as well as fire on my weapon. I feel that helped a bit. It's not the end all be all, but it is kind of nice to just throw some stuff in there just to get that attack damage on the boss, because it can be difficult to get it continuously because of the way he baits you and because there are so many things to worry about. And so, yeah, anytime you guys can, throw something at him, burn him, electrocute him, whatever you want to do it if you can. But really, I think the trick to this fight, at least for me, was to have the most patience ever and just wait for those solid openings. And as you watch my fight here, you're going to see how I do get those parries off, and those are the ones where I would be successful, and then I would hit him afterwards. There's going to be times too where I just dodged, so that's okay too. If you have to dodge your way through and hopefully you don't get hit. This move, for example, the one we talked about earlier where he just puts his weapon into the ground like this, I would dodge to the left, get behind him, hit him a couple times, and then I would wait to see if he's going to do any more attacks. I would kind of hesitate a little bit, and then if he didn't, I would hit him another 1 or 2 times if I could, and then move out of there and get ready for the next thing. Unless you have some kind of OP build or OP weapon, you're leveled up like crazy, I don't recommend just standing there and just swinging away, because he will punish you. There's going to be attacks that are happening at the same time. Like we said, projectiles, they're always going to happen. So it's good to just kind of stay on the move, wait for those big openings like we talked about, and just be patient otherwise and wait for them to go by, even if you have to and really don't want to, because there's going to be times where you really want to hit him, but something else is happening and you're going to have to move. So that's my biggest piece of advice right there, is about patience and waiting for the biggest opportunities and not just any opportunity, right? There's other moves that he does, like the wave attack. You want to dodge forward or parry this attack. At the very least, you can block it and not take as much damage, but you want to do your best to not be hit by this wave because it could be devastating, especially if he follows up with one more. If you're really close to him, he actually does give a visual cue that a wave is coming. He will do this right here, which you can parry, and then he will follow up with the wave. So be on alert for this move. You don't want to be caught with this. And if it happens, try and roll and dodge forward after the visual cue, okay? Again, if there's just too much commotion going on, all kinds of different moves, and he's near something that's going to attack you and kill you potentially, feel free to run and bait him back. Make him follow you so that way you get some distance, and then it'll be safe for you to attack him or parry him or whatever comes next. So there's little tricks in there that you can do to kind of get some room, get some clear, wide openings instead of just taking what you can get. Because if you just take what you can get, you're gonna get in trouble. All right. So I hope this video helped. Let me know if it did. I tried to make it as short as possible because I know you just want to get in there and beat this thing. But hopefully a couple of my tips can make it a little bit more easier for you. Honestly, you just got to get in there and learn this fight. I know you probably don't want to hear that, but with a couple of tips I have and just you understanding the patience that is needed and to not get baited, I think that will help you a lot. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think and I will catch you in my next video. All right. Bye.